Colleen deactivated her Instagram on January 21st. Blake Lively manipulated her audiences and lied to her audiences.
Colleen Hoover thought she had it all. A loving fan base, a string of best-selling novels, and a golden ticket into Hollywood. Then, in a move that blindsided everyone, she erased every trace of actress Blake Lively from her Instagram. In an industry where social media's currency and relationships can make or break careers, Hoover's bold act was the plot twist that nobody saw coming. People are asking whether she tossed aside a once beloved Hollywood star, or if she's just trying to dodge the most explosive controversy of her career. And while the internet is pointing fingers, the biggest question remains. Is there more to this online purge than meets the eye?
And so the more time we got to spend with Blake Lively, the less we liked her.
And so the tables turned very quickly against Colleen. People expected her to then now give a more informed answer, a more informed response as to how she could have gone along with what is appearing to be such obvious forms of bullying.
Colleen's fans are used to tear-jerking stories and heartfelt characters, not real-life Hollywood drama. Yet the silence from Hoover's corner practically roars with significance. The question is, what exactly did Blake Lively do? Or not? That sent Colleen sprinting in the opposite direction. And where does Justin Baldoni, the so-called nice guy director, fit into this messy web? Before we unravel it all, a quick warning. Nothing in this tale is as simple as it seems.
He told us that Justin Baldoni claims she tried to take over his movie because she has a history of saying, okay, I'll be the star, but what I secretly want to do is direct it and edit it and produce it.
Colleen Hoover didn't start off chasing fame in big budget films. She was the queen of emotionally raw novels that left readers sobbing into their pillows. From small town beginnings, she skyrocketed onto the national stage with hits that found their way onto every major bestseller list. Hollywood took notice, and soon producers were scrambling to snatch up the rights to her stories. When It Ends With Us was set to be adapted, fans were beyond excited. Hoover's knack for tugging at heartstrings felt like an instant recipe for box office gold. And to direct or co-direct, enter Justin Baldoni, known for heartfelt work that dovetailed nicely with Hoover's brand of emotional storytelling. The two appeared like a match made in entertainment heaven. But as with so many Hollywood alliances, cracks began to show almost as soon as the cameras rolled.
Justin Baldoni, who's not as well known. And see, they've been following the story. So he optioned this book called It Ends With Us, and it's about domestic violence. And he managed to get Blake Lively to star in his movie across from him.
The biggest bombshell? Blake Lively was cast as the lead. At first, it seemed like a dream come true. Lively's combination of poise, glamour, and vulnerability made her a fan favorite. In the background, Ryan Reynolds, her quick-witted husband, occasionally popped onto set, rumored to be supporting Blake's new project. For a while, everyone cheered. A beloved author, a charismatic director, an A-list actress, and a comedic superhero in the wings. What could possibly go wrong?
Colleen Hoover, okay? That is the author of It Ends With Us, who text messages, emails, interviews, all of the proof.
On any normal set, it's expected for big personalities to clash. But the stories from It Ends With Us quickly escalated into full-blown rumors of creative warfare. People whispered that Lively wasn't just reading lines, she was calling. Shots, reworking entire scenes, and even wrangling camera angles to her preference. Some found it admirable that she was so invested. Others insisted she was crossing boundaries. Then there was Ryan Reynolds, known for quippy humor and a knack for clever marketing. Behind closed doors, rumor had it he was reshaping the script and adding his spin on dialogue. Was he innocently helping out his wife, or was he barging in where he didn't belong? Varying accounts came from supposed set insiders. Some described Reynolds as a supportive partner. Others saw him as an interloper, making waves in a place where he had zero official role. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni, a man frequently hailed for his empathy and nice guy persona, was reportedly getting sidelined. Any attempts he made to run the show were overshadowed by Lively's strong opinions. The tension in the production offices rose to a fever pitch. Everyone involved kept a tight lid on the rumors, at least for a little while. But as they say, Where there's smoke, there's fire, and a spark was about to ignite a massive public inferno. Just when it seemed the film might skate by on star power alone, everything came crashing down. Blake Lively filed a serious complaint against Justin Baldoni, alleging that behind his charming facade lurked a pattern of unacceptable behavior. The details were vague at first. Hints at uncomfortable interactions, crossing professional boundaries, even alleged remarks that made her feel unsafe. As the news broke, fans were stunned. Could the squeaky clean Baldoni really have done these things? Baldoni fired back with his own lawsuit, claiming defamation. He insisted that Lively was orchestrating a campaign to destroy his career, and that her accusations were strategically timed to flip the narrative in her favor. That's when the media frenzy truly began. Reports emerged that Lively had a history of seizing control on set, overshadowing directors, and even retooling scripts to suit her vision. Her relationship with Ryan Reynolds became another flashpoint, with some accusing the power couple of forming a united front to bulldoze anyone in their path. Suddenly, It Ends With Us wasn't just a film adaptation. It was ground zero for a Hollywood standoff that showed no signs of de-escalating. Producers worried about losing their investments, while fans felt betrayed. The story that once promised a heartfelt portrayal of survival and love had become a swirling mass of drama, lawsuits, and tabloids. As the legal bombs dropped, Colleen Hoover's reaction was subtle yet seismic. She vanished from Instagram. The abrupt deactivation of her account sparked immediate speculation. Some believed she was quietly taking Baldoni's side. Others argued she felt cornered, not wanting to publicly endorse or condemn either party. When she finally returned to social media, her profile looked eerily pristine. Every photo featuring Blake Lively, gone. Every post praising Justin Baldoni's directorial genius, also vanished. Where there had once been cheerful behind-the-scenes snapshots and giddy announcements, now there was just an emptiness that left fans baffled. If Hoover's goal was to appear neutral, she inadvertently set off a tidal wave of controversy. To many observers, deleting all images connected to both leads meant she wasn't interested in staying out of it. She was rewriting the narrative so that neither star existed in her digital story. Although she posted no official explanation, her silence rang loudly. Was she protecting her own brand or delivering a quiet punishment to Lively? Critics pointed out that while every trace of Lively was gone, Hoover still kept a discreet link to Baldoni. That subtle hint fueled theories that she'd chosen a side. For die-hard readers, Hoover's handling of the scandal felt like a betrayal. Many had grown attached to her honest, heartfelt public persona. Now they saw her abrupt purge as suspicious. Some labeled her a sellout, a writer desperate to remain in Hollywood's good graces. Others defended her, claiming she was doing what any sensible person would, running from a PR nightmare that could destroy her next book-to-film deals. Her critics demanded clarity. After all, Hoover was known for championing authentic stories about trauma and resilience. How could she remain silent in the face of swirling accusations involving bullying, intimidation, or worse? The uproar online grew louder. Memes circulated, painting her as a fair-weather friend who once praised Blake Lively's kindness but dumped her at the first sign of legal trouble. Yet a contingent of fans insisted that Hoover's silence was strategic. In a business as cutthroat as Hollywood, one wrong statement could be fatal. By staying quiet, she might be preserving the future of her own projects, like Verity or Reminders of Him. After all, if she publicly sided with Lively, she'd risk alienating Baldoni, who still carries some influence despite the lawsuits. Conversely, standing with Baldoni would incite another wave of backlash. The only safe path, some argued, was to say nothing. A key piece of this puzzle is the long-standing camaraderie between Hoover and Justin Baldoni. Early emails, which leaked in the midst of the scandal, showed Hoover praising his sensitivity and vision. She once gushed about how he was the perfect person to adapt her novel, a claim that seemed genuine. So how did that harmony transform into an online purge that removed every memory of him from her page? Dig deeper, and the clues become contradictory. On one hand, scrubbing Baldoni's photos hints at a total break. On the other, fans notice that Hoover's official accounts still follow him. If she truly believed he was guilty of the allegations Lively leveled, Why maintain even a digital tie? The speculation is endless. Perhaps Hoover knows something the public doesn't. Maybe she's trying to protect him while publicly distancing herself. Or it could be a canny move to avoid legal entanglements. No photos, no posts, no reason to get dragged into the messy lawsuit. Whatever the motive, the biggest question remains. Did Hoover betray Baldoni by deleting him? Or is she quietly signaling that her loyalty still lies with him? It's a riddle that's fueling endless commentary. Some say her actions represent neutrality. Others believe it's a subtle endorsement that says, I've got Baldoni's back, but I can't say it out loud. If this fiasco were limited to one film, it might be a mere footnote in Hollywood's endless lineup of feuds. But the stakes are exponentially higher. Blake Lively has built a brand around relatability and wit, cultivated through major blockbusters and social media charm. Ryan Reynolds is one of Tinseltown's most bankable stars, recognized worldwide for comedic roles and a beloved superhero persona. Any damage to Lively's reputation could spill over onto him, especially if people start questioning how deeply he was involved in the alleged behind-the-scenes meddling. Justin Baldoni, once on track to be an auteur of heartfelt dramas, now has a tarnished image. The lawsuit overshadowing his name could scare away future collaborators. Even if he wins in court, the public memory of these accusations won't fade easily. And then there's Colleen Hoover, who has multiple books waiting to be turned into films. A negative image in Hollywood might close doors that she has only recently opened. Producers are skittish about associating with the fiasco. If It Ends With Us ends up overshadowed by lawsuits and rumors, that bad press could taint other Hoover adaptations. Fans who love her novels for their empathy and honesty are watching closely to see if she'll address the situation or stand for something. With so many reputations on the line, the stakes feel higher than ever. When Colleen Hoover wiped her Instagram clean of Blake Lively, she sent a ripple through Hollywood that hasn't settled since. Was it an act of self-preservation by a writer who never wanted to be dragged into scandal? Or was it a quiet statement that she'd had enough of Lively's alleged antics? The truth, as usual, probably lies somewhere in the murky gray. In the midst of all the finger-pointing, lawsuits, and PR spin, one fact is clear. The movie that was supposed to bring It Ends With Us to life is now better known for its behind-the-scenes debacle than for the emotional story fans once adored. Hoover's carefully nurtured brand now carries the stain of controversy, and Blake Lively's once untouchable reputation is under scrutiny. Justin Baldoni, meanwhile, is fighting to salvage a career that was built on the idea of kindness and respect. Whether Hoover destroyed Blake Lively or simply wiped her from a personal timeline, the result is the same, a swirl of unanswered questions. Viewers are left pondering just how far each star will go to protect their image. In the cutthroat world of fame, loyalties are fluid, stories are spun, and sometimes the only way to survive is to stay silent, even if that silence costs you the trust of your fans. For now, the drama rages on, with attorneys on both sides, social media abuzz, and fans trying to make sense of a situation where everyone has a narrative to sell. Colleen Hoover might not have started the fire, but her social media purge ensured she wouldn't go unnoticed in the blaze. It's unclear how or if any of these relationships can be repaired, or whether this saga has only begun. One thing is certain, nobody involved will walk away unscathed, and the full story may take years to untangle. Like this video and subscribe if you want the latest updates on how this battle continues to shake Hollywood to its core. The dust is far from settled, and in the fight between authors, actors, and directors, the line between truth and rumor might be thinner than we ever imagined. Remember, even the brightest stars can hide the most fragile hearts. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me next time for more untold moments behind the fame.